weird. I think that's weird. Are you going to UC?
No, I only have 2 spots.
What year do you graduate?
I graduate next year, so I said I'm going next year.
Okay, as long as you can get it next year. That's the key.
Yeah, because when I was just in class with Miss Nikita, she looked like she had more than 20 applications.
She probably did. Because it was pretty bad. Do you guys have Nikita in the morning?
Yeah, I heard.
For like 1 and 3 or just 3?
I forgot for 3.
Who else needed the lead? I forget. You guys ask a lot of good questions. It is, this computer's on Do Not Disturb. How do you do that? Like, is DND an actual thing on a computer? I didn't even realize that. Was the room even hotter this morning?
Hmm?
Was the room hotter in Nikita's class, or was it hotter now? Oh, I can't stand that.
I feel good to me. It's cold.
I'll die. We went to counselor education this weekend. Did anybody tell you guys about that?
No.
It's how we stay accredited. So it was CSWE. We got new applicants for our social work position. How exciting is that?
New applicants for a social work position.
People want to teach social work at our school next fall.
That's so cool.
Yeah, because we're short one right now. So we have at least 1 new applicant. We might have 2. And we're moving forward with hiring. And that was a big part of CSWE.
Yeah. Y'all get them in here.
I couldn't teach here.
That's what our one graduate told me.
I couldn't teach here because, like, I feel like I would be too invested. Like, stuff like this, 2 people coming to classes.
Right.
Like, I'm, like, out of all my classes, only 3 people that I've probably seen in my class.
And it happens all the time too, right? You see it in a lot of
It's
classes.
crazy. Like, I'm too invested. Like, it would, like, make me mad.
And
That's why a lot of professors make it to where you have to come to class for a grade.
I've had mine left over from the pandemic that I'm definitely way more lackadaisical about it, but that's how I don't drive myself crazy, is
Like,
that
your
like
approach isn't bad. Like, yours is on you.
that you have to watch it later and sign the.
It's just crazy.
But then what do people do that don't have that approach? Because I can't think of any other way. Hello.
I would just give in class grades, like how she said. I said
Attendance grades.
attendance grades, but with attendance grades, you have to participate. Like, I had a professor like that. She would have just given attendance grades.
Okay.
Not participate.
It is hot in here. If you want to open the window, I'm okay with it. But see, he's chilling. So, why does the internet suck right now? Any guesses?
Your computer is even. You probably not interested in it.
Like you have to hit like verify or something,
You probably have to go to your second or you will say you.
or I do this one. I use my hotspot. It's kind of funny. I got a hotspot from hospice, so there it is. That's how you do it. So the applicants are actually pretty cool. One of them is on the poster outside of our office. Gifty. Her name is Gifty. She is from, if you guys have ever visited, a country in Africa.
Now, you know we ain't been no Africa.
Well, none of you?
No.
I haven't either, but I've been to the Canary Islands, which is right outside of Africa.
Didn't you say you used to travel a lot?
I took a bus to Nicaragua.
A bus.
A bus. As dangerous as hell to do nowadays. I would get killed. I guarantee it, I would get killed.
They don't take your money.
Yes.
A
But
bus?
all it is debt. I took a bus from freaking Texas through Mexico to Guatemala, then El Salvador, and then Nicaragua. It was cool. It's very, very scary nowadays. Here's the closest I've been to Africa. Does this look at that?
Oh yeah, you was real close. You was just the boat ride away.
I know.
What made you not go?
It was like supposed to be a honeymoon at the time. Isn't that funny? That was the only time I took a honeymoon without getting married too, as we broke off the engagement before. It was a free trip,
I broke off the engagement before.
and we still went. Because there was no canceling that trip. I'm like, I'm not missing out on a damn trip to Canary Islands. I know. We figured it out. We were friends.
Yeah, so you was almost married 3 times.
That's correct. I have been married and divorced once. I am married now with kids, and I have been engaged before. I keep
Sometimes we gotta kiss a couple rocks and
a couple few.
Charles' movie is Charles' life is a movie. He didn't do everything.
It is kind of funny.
It seemed like you did everything.
It is kind of funny. Well, yeah, because do you guys do this where you have every single photo ever saved of you? Or are you a deleter?
I'm a leader, but
Are you?
sometimes I just get to a whole bunch of clutter.
Because it blocks up your inbox, right? Here it is. Look at this. Look at that. Holy.
Are you taking your kids
I don't want to
with
see nothing crazy. All right. now.
It shouldn't
you?
be. That's the cool part is I don't do too much weird shit. What's that?
Are you taking your kids with you to Cincinnati?
I will be. That's the only way I can. Yeah, see, I used to have the hair. So that would have been around the first time I got engaged.
That is crazy.
Then I went on to law school and dropped out. That was me in law school. I guess,
Is that your hair?
yep, I cut it to look normal in law school.
That's for you?
No, I do have weird ass hazel eyes. Is that what you're?
No,
'Cause it, like-
in that one picture you was just wearing glasses.
Oh, is that your shoulder? Ready?
Yeah, it's nasty, dude. I did a snowboard accident. I was like, and I had to do all law school like that, and I had surgery the next semester. It happened like
What?
right now, and it was just hanging because they won't let you drop out of law school.
How could you function the whole semester with your arm like that? Did they give you papers?
No. There's a video that's even nastier. Probably, yeah. It just popped out like that. Maybe. Well, yeah. Look at that. Look how mangled that was,
Oh,
dude. It hurt. I was like, definitely, yeah. So anyway, I wanted to see if I could get you guys. Hey, there's social work. That counts for me as social work. I might be the only male in this picture.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
But that's real though. There's not a lot of it.
There's not. No, that was the only dude. That would be funny. Watch me come up on something weird. But I wanted to see if the fiancés are in there. I'm sure that they are. 'Cause I don't delete shit.
Delete pictures.
I don't delete them. It does piss
I'm
off
kinda
my
like
wife.
that too. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too.
So that was my brother's. So we go hiking every winter. We go here. So my wife and I are still going to continue this trip. We go to the highest point in Virginia, and it's freaking cold. So it's worth it. But I've been doing that since 1998, and it's
So you
negative.
took your first 2 other girls there? See, if I was your wife, we
Yeah.
gonna start.
She don't wanna know that. Like,
Wait a minute, does he know?
She knows.
No.
She knows. She doesn't like that I keep all my pictures,
That's in my
but
past. It don't matter. Like, it's still a good experience.
No. We're gonna start.
That one's
a
funny.
tradition.
That's the TABD protest. I was a peacekeeper there, and like the black bloc was walking up on the cops. That was another snowboard accident, but I didn't bust out my shoulder. I think we hit a tree. That's why you got to wear a helmet. Am I at least wearing a helmet? Yes. That's a helmet. It's a helmet. See the helmet? We thought it was cool to take bloody pictures whenever you got in accidents. So
Do you still snowboard?
I have it's just been a minute. So I guess the point of this is like life takes you through.
When your boys get, or you start going.
I learned by myself. Is that what you're? I'm going to teach
No,
my
I'm
boys.
saying-
I'll teach my girl how to snowboard.
Were you cracking it back in place?
Yes, it's nasty here. If this actually loads, it's disgusting. Because it like I don't know if it'll load because.
Is it on video right now?
That's an 04. So here it is now.
You think they can fix that? They're gonna take a little bit from right here and put it right here. We're gonna patch it up like that. And then
That's it.
It kind of reminds me of like, what are those videos where you just see a bunch of people get into accident and it hurts themselves?
Yeah.
They try to fix it.
Oh, they cut you up. I think he messed up the surgery too.
Mhm.
That sucks. So anyway, I guess the point of this exercise is to show that yeah, you can have some crazy shit happen in life and you still survive. That's the point. That would be my second fiance right there.
Okay, but y'all keeping a whole life with your old fiance's pictures is crazy though.
Like,
Like
There's
as a
only like
man,
one or two.
I'm like that though too because I'm not going all the way through my gallery to go delete everything. Like,
I am not gonna
I'm
delete that
That's
stuff.
girl stuff though. That's what girls.
Girls delete it. My wife says I deleted everything. You should
Yeah.
too.
after every time, I'm deleting everything.
She deleted everything. So,
Like, what's the point now?
right. I don't go through this is a lot. I mean, there's a lot to delete. If you see how many photos I take, I wonder if Brittany is a deleter.
So how you be proposing to them? Like, what was it?
We did really good. Okay, it was Valentine's Day 2019. You want to go back to that?
Wait a minute.
I did.
Wait, but propose on the.
Oh, you want all of them? You want?
No, like, but who on my something?
I proposed.
Oh.
I proposed to my current wife. Do you really want all the stories, or okay?
I just want
Yeah,
one, but I don't
Okay.
know which one.
But nothing else to do.
I just didn't
Let's
know.
hear it.
Let's see. Does that look like Valentine's Day? Is it's all pink?
Yeah, that look like,
Did you say Christmas?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, because the lights, all the lights be like, okay, that's different. Christmas.
We were dating though, so you're right. There might be something crazy. Like I should be cautious at this point because we were dating, you know. And I never dated with the cell phones. Like, right? Oh yeah, that was the day we got engaged. There it is. So I got video. What's up now? I think I even videoed it.
You're like a character.
Somebody's asked me if I'm an avatar before. Those must have been all the people we told right in a row that day. That's hilarious. So it was on top of the highest point in Cincinnati we could find. So that was a good little spot. I snuck in with access from somebody I knew who worked there. There we are. And that was, I don't know if I actually filmed the proposal. That would be funny. That's tricky, isn't it?
So she didn't know you was going to propose. She didn't know.
She had no idea.
So
You took like, what did you do? You took her to dinner.
I did, yeah. Well, it was funny too. That's how I pulled it off. So I bought a pizza. We picked it up. I said I had to pick something up at this office that I used to work for, and I had access key to the top of the roof. And I took her in there, and she was on the phone the whole time. Then when she hung up, I did it. So she was distracted the whole damn time, like most people are nowadays. And that was what we did. So, and those are the remnants of my old marriage. This poor dog died 19 years old. She barely makes it up the steps. Huh? That dog or this cat? This stupid cat is still alive. That cat's hilarious. Right here.
I can't see it.
Want me to zoom?
No, you're in the way. Cats live long.
She's like 14 now. She needs to die. The kids love her.
What?
She's like 14. She's a cute cat. So that was a good. You're right. I stick to the stories of. Christine had been getting engaged before too. My wife has been engaged before too. Yes.
Trials of love, man.
How, so how did you propose to the first and second?
Oh
Like,
boy.
Are you don't remember?
You really want the story of the.
Yes, let me hear them. You sound like you a hopeless romantic. Like you this your third time trying to propose.
Because the first one,
Third time,
it
fifth time.
seemed romantic. But how were the other two?
So Christine says this is a lie, but the first one said that we were. Oh, there's everybody's in online. She has her in the morning as well. In February of that year, supposedly women do stuff for attention. She said she was pregnant with ours and got rid of it.
The first one.
So do they tell lies or is that
Yes,
the truth?
see, I ain't gonna lie.
So what do you think the truth is? If you were,
I wouldn't even take it. You don't trust her. You don't trust her.
but it was already dead. It was already knocked off.
They would have gave her like a form. Like, oh yeah, you do it.
Yeah, they would give
Yeah,
her
she
all-
lied.
Oh, they don't give you a form?
They do, they should.
Oh,
It's like not like a receipt, but it's like evidence for you and the doctor, like, oh, I had this abortion at this.
right.
Or
That's
you
a
say
good
something
point though. I
happened.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So you better post her because she was married.
So I was like, I was the forgiving social worker that I is, and I was like, let's get married and try it again. And she said okay, but I don't think we ever got past that abortion thing. She even picked out this big old eBay ring that was appraised at 14,000, and we bought it for 6.
Hey, that's high.
What did she buy?
She bought a huge engagement ring that was massive, that was like appraised at 14 grand. I feel like there was pictures from that, but I don't see any. So that's the only story I have for you from that. That's my old job at what's that?
She picked her own engagement ring.
And walked when I told her to leave, she made sure that went with her. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They consider actually people have like sued.
That's her.
Yep. People have sued over engagement rings and it's considered a gift. Did you know that? But Kentucky was not one of those states. I got engaged in Kentucky. That's my old job. So I don't think there's engagement pictures for you guys. I thought there was. Maybe they have to.
No, I just wanted to know like what you had did, like the occasion.
So my mom did a piece of art at Xavier University. It's still there. It's about women that have had an abortion. It's 3 life-size women and they're all missing their womb right here because of the suffering and sorrow that goes after a loss, no matter what it is. Like, I know even if you have an abortion, it's hard. So you struggle with it, like no matter what your stance is. So I actually went to that sculpture and I put the engagement ring on one of them women. And I said it was part of the healing that we would go through and try to have another baby. She told me I'd never make enough money as a social worker.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, no, you should have never married her right then and there.
Right? Well, there is just all
And
kinds of.
that's just such a lie, bro. I hate when people don't know nothing about it.
Not even if she felt like that, like, dang, you
Then what is she making? What was she making? What was she?
So she was doing okay, but then she got dropped and laid off in the 2009 recession. She was selling ads on a radio and a TV station.
Selling ads.
Selling
Right.
ads.
So
It's
she's
on
talking about
commission.
social-
It's because she was a good looking woman. She could sell a lot of ads. You know what I mean? Like it was all on commission. She'd be like, there are no pictures of that engagement. That's hilarious. I feel like, oh, there it is. There it is. See, there's the life-size sculpture my mom had. I look goofy as shit as usual. And I put the ring.
I've had those cups forever.
I know since 92, the same. I mean, I change them, but yeah. So I put the ring on whatever one it fit. That's the one I put it on. And that's Damn, where's the stupid ring, dude? Oh, look, there's us celebrating. There it is. If you were wondering, that is it. Holy crap, I have a picture. See? Look at that. I knew. It's like and it was in the snow. I wrote it in the snow.
That was like, let me guess, like 21, 22, 23.
I'm still a little bit. So in 07, I was 29.
So how, you about 45.
Yeah, I'm 46 next. So I had babies late, like 42, 43. So again, the point of the story is like with social work groups, healing of my own self, my own psychotherapy, I have got through the tough times. I want to see the ring though. That's the like this.
How did you handle all these divorces? Were you
So only one divorce. One divorce. Let's make that clear. Breakups are part of life, man. Like
But I would cry.
I'm sure I feel like there were tears shed. I mean, I can't guarantee you that, but I want to see the damn ring, dude. I want to see the damn ring. That's all. She took the ring. That was the hardest part because we promised we were going to sell it to pay off our student loans. If it never worked out, if we didn't get married, we would sell it because she put down $1.5 grand and I put down $6 grand on it. And they said it was worth 14 grand. That's a lot. She wanted it so bad, she put her own damn money.
Yeah, I was I ain't doing that.
Nope. And you should know it's wrong in the first place if somebody's doing that. So there's that same hike again, probably that year. But we went to the Canary Islands and like my mom
Yeah. She found out, I knew she was.
about the abortion or about the
Everything. I know she was nervous.
I don't know how long I took to tell my mom about the abortion.
But I'm talking about like how she left and everything. I'm sure it's kind
Right.
of like, damn, not even an explanation.
Oh yeah, that would have been so. And then so I've only been married twice and divorced once, but I have been engaged in that. So that was my first wife, Kara. Dad, India, mom from America.
Yeah, I was like, did you just say she?
Yeah. Yep. So there you have the whole entire life story. That is insane. Uh-oh. See, these are the ones that Christine, I say it's part of my life's diary. So, good girl didn't want to have kids, and you're allowed to have different opinions on kids. It's just she changed her mind 5 years after we got married. That was rough. I would say that was rough as you're like, if you want kids and you got somebody change your mind, how would you handle it? Or if you don't want kids and you know what I mean?
I
Like,
want kids, but if I ever end up with someone that don't want kids, which I'm not going to, I'm not dating.
like what, say for example, they got snipped.
Yeah, like if he was to lie to me about something like
Right.
that, like he, got a testostomy or whatever, vasectomy.
Vasectomy.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, I don't know. I would feel kind of upset. Like,
Yes.
but it ain't gonna take me no 5 years to find that out.
So that's me and Christine. So that's Christine and I, maybe even on New Year's.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I was your wife, I would be a little.
That's Christine. I am 7.5 years older.
Than her.
Mhm.
So she's 38.
Yes.
That 37.
That was when I took the bus to Nicaragua and El Salvador. I was digging holes to plant lemongrass. Can you tell? We're like digging. And look, these dudes are like half our size. It's crazy.
So you met like people of Spanish-speaking culture out there, and were you able to talk to them? They speak
Yeah,
English too?
yeah. I speak English, or I speak Spanish, just not
Mhm.
great.
Oh,
It's like half and half. So that is most of our story. This is what you asked about, and I hope I replied to you about it.
Mhm.
Is
Cause I was on the overall scope, I didn't know.
Because yours is a mental health group for whom? Girl Circle. So if you search Grant, were you able to search anything up?
I gotta start Miss Jackson's essay, I gotta start this essay.
I bet hers is even more complicated too.
I feel like the grant one harder.
Well, it is a real exercise that you could use for your job that you're doing up there. For that dude that does the behavioral health stuff.
Yeah, I could, I'll meet with them Wednesday.
In fact, here's a grant you could look over before you meet with them because this is a big, and you can mimic it. I'll send it to you guys.
So for this one, we're just, let me get this clear.
Okay.
I was about to get ready to put put you and Miss Nikita assignment in together and just get it all on the way. So Miss Nikita, we doing the presentation, a proposal or whatever. We gotta pick an agency and we gotta propose something to them. Basically, that's what we're writing about in this paper, right? We have to pick an agency and we have to propose something to them and come up with a grant, right?
Yes.
Okay, so.
So mine is a grant proposal.
So can I, you busy or you listen?
I have listened and I'm saying, can I call you later?
Oh, I was just making sure she was hearing.
Yeah, so you create a group of your own and you do add like funding in it through grants.gov. If Nikita's is the agency, you could combine it by like writing a grant for a Girl Circle group and like using grants.gov or
Oh, we gotta use Girl Circle for
if you did another mental health group, that is perfectly
I
fine.
did voice.
Yeah, he did Boy Circle. So it could be any group.
Okay, so then it's not the same because my proposal that I'm doing for her for the presentation is for Greater Moms Cleveland First. How would you say it? First Greater?
Well, it could be a group for moms,
Yeah.
right?
And then my proposal was, you know, funding, like I don't know how I'm gonna word it yet, but basically funding of some sort to give to teach moms how to care for their children that have special needs or disabilities.
Right. You could do a variation of that. Obviously, you're supposed to do different papers for each class, but you could extend on mine and go a different direction. Like hers is about more of the agency. Mine, it could be similar and the same. I would just put a spin on it. As legally, it's supposed to be different papers. But yours will be a group for pregnant moms or leading a group, and it would go to the syllabus 4202. And then follow that outline at the end. It's right here. That's the exact markup of the paper. So it's on our syllabus and you go to the very end and you just follow this the whole way. Of course, it'll take an hour to open. Interesting. Much stuff going on. I don't know how you guys even finish school nowadays with all the distractions that happen.
It's social media, I'm telling you, I can't wait till we get
Delete it?
older. Yes, and then everybody start going back to how we used to be.
You think it'll happen
I
though?
don't feel like it's gonna get worse.
I think it's probably going to get worse too.
I don't know. I feel like everybody is going to eventually get tired of social media and see that it's very corruptive, and they're going to
Listen.
use
I
social
feel like
media
people are
less.
tired of it now.
Like, so I know it's still going to be around, but I just feel like people are going to start using it less. They're going to start going back to traditional ways and stuff.
I seen the other day-
Communication.
I seen the other day and I knew our generation was over. It was a wrap. It was literally a list of places that you can't take a woman on a date.
Anywhere.
Like it was a bunch of just random restaurants. You can't take her there. Like what is it?
Right.
I'm still trying to grow.
Chain.
That's what my mom
Somebody
used to
said
take
It's
me.
because it's a chain. Right. It's because it's a chain.
And it's still good, like.
It is good, but you want to be
And
like,
it'd be like the women that ain't got nothing that they bring it to the table. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all expect you to be a man to be balling, but y'all broke.
right.
I don't understand all that shit right now when we young. Be realistic. You know,
Thank you.
Right.
Be realistic.
Oh, and as a social worker, it took me a while to build up my,
Like, you ain't gonna be making no $100G's a year.
and I feel like that's why I was engaged and married and divorced, because I was never like balling.
Fuck them.
That's kind of how I felt anyway. That's kind of how I felt. I'm like, it's cool if you can't live with the truth, I'm sorry. But this is the exact outline of how you write our paper. It's at the end, and it
Yeah, I was
is.
just trying to see if my proposal for her is going to yours, but no, I see I'm not two different things.
Technically, you're supposed to, so you're not plagiarizing yourself. But like, you could write a paper with a different spin. Like, for example, in graduate school, I always wrote about refugee resettlement, but then I would do like counseling, refugee resettlement, PTSD, horticulture therapy with refugee resettlement.
Yeah.
Groups
you
with-
made it relate to
It's always that, and that became my dissertation. And so you can do something like that. You can't turn the same paper into two different classes because
No,
it's
man, 'cause
credits.
that's the presentation. I was just gonna try
Oh,
to
yeah,
make my
yeah, yeah.
presentation into a paper.
And when you led your group, was it women pregnant with kids? Okay.
Yeah, which one did I do? Oh, the parties.
Right. Okay. I do like the idea of groups for pregnant women because there's a lot of shit that they go through. For example, postpartum, depression, the stressors, the hormones, the getting supports, the need for supports. Like you can flow that through here. Like the abstract being the need for women that are postpartum are many, one of them being postpartum depression. They got postpartum anxiety, a support for them. Maybe they meet online. It's hard for them to get places. Maybe when their baby's asleep, make it a Zoom meeting. Overall scope to serve women that are in this or that or other. Maybe Medicaid funds it, Medicare or Medicaid. I always mix them up.
Medicaid, Medicare.
Correct. That's why I always say them together. That way I don't screw it up. I'm like Medicare, Medicaid. Then like concerns, and there's tons of stuff on postpartum. Women can become suicidal. They can become psychotic. They can become delusional. Like they can be crazy. What'd you say? Okay. And then, yeah, significant psychosocial themes or concerns, like the concern being for their overall well-being, that they have a support group, that they're not feeling like they're on an island, they're in the middle of nowhere. Past group treatment, I'm sure you'll find plenty of those, especially if they've gone into psychiatric institutions.
Yeah.
Benefit the group work. These are women that are going through the same thing at the same time, as they say, nobody understands. That's always the common theme type of group, like weekly Zoom meeting, live, so they can vent and speak and talk about highs and lows of the week. Overall purpose to prevent the symptoms of postpartum depression. Group goals to lessen the symptoms of postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression, and find research to back it up. There's so much research to back that shit up.
It was in your class. I did a presentation about
Postpartum. Was yours the one where it was the postpartum psychosis woman who was like
Yeah,
cray cray? Yeah. Yeah. And there's some that have their kids. So, I mean, that's public policy enough to prevent like killing all your kids because you're overwhelmed, anxious, scared, or and that's just part one. That's why this is an 8-page paper.
Crunch time.
But just a page on each of one of these, and maybe which agency is dealing with pregnant women that you know of, or are you just going to create one?
No, it's called Greater Moms First.
Okay, so there is an agency, and if you wrote that grant for $100,000 for them to use it, amazing. Ideal membership is a woman who's given birth in the past 12 months or has, postpartum could be 2 years really. Plans for membership and recruitment, maybe when they give birth and handing out flyers or other mental health agencies, pregnant moms websites, shit like that. Duration, usually they're 10 to 12 weeks. Postpartum could be like cyclical where you cycle through every 10 weeks, like a new set of groups. Activities plan, and that's where you get creative. That's 3 to 6 paragraphs. And then how to terminate them. That's always tough, but yeah, just setting them on for wellness and then evaluating the effectiveness. That could be like you give them a pad at the end and they go through like whatever those check boxes are.
Yeah, like a survey sort of kind of how did it
Yeah. Yep. And that could pass with research and IRB. And then 8 to 15, that's a huge range. But so that's how you can do them separate, if that answers. Did we answer yours at all? As I know I was traveling when you sent that first, and I was like, just look in the syllabus.
Um,
I said, just read the syllabus.
I just have a question I don't know how you want me to do
Well, like, how are you going to fund it? Where is that? Here?
that. Yeah.
So it could be that's where you do grants.gov and say that you're going to have what are the financial, social, and personal costs of the primary problem. That could be what is your primary problem? Adolescent women's group?
Um, I don't know the paper, but
Like
it was-
Girl Circle,
Yeah.
adolescent women's groups. So like the cost is like teen pregnancy, school dropouts, and you could get numbers if you want it, but just like the harm when they don't have good mental health care, like the shit they do, drug use, alcohol consumption, needles even, STDs, what's that?
I wrote basically all this stuff.
Right, so that would be your,
But when it said like financial, that's why I didn't understand.
that would be
Like, did it be
your,
financial for like the person or for the like the group?
person or the group.
Yeah, like you said, like teen pregnancy, so do I write how bad financially they'll be? If it,
You can do both their costs and the cost to society. Because that's the big one. That's when you get $100,000. When you say this group, even though you're giving us $100,000 to run this group, you're going to save the city of Cincinnati $1 million of teen pregnancies and mental health care. What's that? The grant or the most grants are about $1 million. So if you go to grants.gov, what'd you say? They print it. That's why we have such bad inflation.
Yeah.
It's not great, but at least we're in a job where the printed money comes to us on our paycheck. But if you have to go out and start your own business and deal with inflation and printed money, you're kind of screwed. It is sad. I know we're at time, but does that answer any or all of your questions, including my bunch of engagements and weddings and divorces? Did I miss anything? I filmed the whole entire birth. That's one you don't want to see. That's terrible.
That is crazy.
That's me
I
and
don't want to go through that myself. Like,
that's hilarious though. But I think you're right. This is the first time I dated with like a smartphone, because before I got engaged, I didn't have a smartphone. So you send like, after you work out, flexing and all that crap. So you're right. There is that. There is that. So that's stuff that November of 2018, that was when we first met. So maybe I'll just skip up to kids, because then you stop sending those pictures once you have kids. There's Isabel. That is freaking hilarious. She's like, why am I in this world of life? We had her during the pandemic to make it worse. And then they always like dressed her up. It was hilarious. So she's the oldest. And life, yeah, it's a lot of physical labor. So, oh my God, she's like nodding off there. She's like, ugh.
you should really invest in the picture book, because your life, you take a lot of pictures of everything.
I know.
I wish I had the motivation to do that. Like, to take pictures of everything.
That's why I try to force it no matter what. Here's my wife's first fiance. He was my roommate.
What?
And then he died of an overdose.
Oh.
Yep. Isn't that insane? We were friends. We went to law school together.
You
And
took his girl?
he died. They broke up before that. He actually married and had kid. So yeah, it was really just like,
So you went to school with your wife. You just never talked to her until like now. Until y'all got
I
married.
knew her in 2005. That's freaking hilarious. Because it looks like our house is all clean. Behind it is like destroyed from kids now. But you always have one spot that's real nice and looks good, and you take a picture. But yeah, this is him. That's Ryan. Right here. That's me with long hair
Oh, my
at our buddy's wedding.
Why'd you cut it?
It did land me a job. I feel like I wasn't getting jobs and stuff. I feel like it. I don't know why, but
Because a lot of people, if you're like, I don't know,
ponytail.
probably got the hippie. Right?
I donated too, so I mean that was my excuse that I just donated it. I think I wore her baby carrier too. I have no idea what that shirt is.
Would y'all have any more?
She wants another one. We got 3. And she wants more.
Wait until one is like 5.
No, I didn't.
Well, she's 38
Right.
in a few months. I feel like she wants to like,
They probably got 2 more years.
yeah, safely, yes. Like even now they're calling her high risk. So,
They always say women who are like in the 30s high risk.
Yeah.
well, they do.
Yeah, once you get past like 35,
But I was 40.
even 30. shoot.
We dressed her up as a ladybug her first Halloween.
Oh my gosh, you really gotta be this old.
Like those dog cartoons, whatever that's called.
Louis?
No, it was the other one where they have like the cop dog things.
Oh, Paw Patrol?
Yes. Oh my God. Is this another one? Dear God. If I were you, I would never finish a degree because there's too many distractions. Damn, she was small. That's freaking hilarious.
Next
So-
year, y'all should dress them up as little green aliens off of Toy Story.
That would be funny too.
Yeah, 'cause y'all got 3 kids and it's 3 of them.
That would be fun. They were trying to see if they looked like me. I think that was me.
That's you?
Yeah, that's in the 70s.
Yeah, your daughter looks like you.
All white people look the same.
Y'all trying to say the same thing about us?
What's that? I've heard people, they always say that about Nicaraguan people too. They're like, you saying we all look the same? You gotta say it like offended too. Oh, she had a bow on. That's actually kind of cute. Because she didn't have it. She still has a big old bald spot on the front of her head. Like, it's hilarious. Like, she was just straight bald. Oh, I'm like, where are, oh, then the matching shit. I can't get over that. That starts like getting to be too much, I think.
You don't like that?
Ugh, that's shit you put up with. Like, okay.
Yeah, some things you gotta deal with, you gotta like.
Yeah.
I hate the matching crap too.
Yes.
Y'all
Men
know
don't like to
that
match.
shit?
I can't wait to match this year.
Men hate matching. Oh, you dating
I was
somebody?